me welcome to the show. She is the founder and creator of BuyFromABlackWoman.org. Nikki Porcher. Hey,
Hey Karen, it's good to be here. Always a good time.
good to see you. We were talking a little bit off mic about, the ways in which anti-blackness among black people shows up, and I was wondering if you experienced this as you put your directory together. Was there, moments of this kind of conflict?
Oh, there was a lot since the start. I had been called racist. I have gotten hate mail from both black and white people. A black man really told me that the government is using me as a plant to destroy the black community. So, like, there was a lot of harassment the very first 2 years of
Wait,
my
hold on. Wait, I'm just the logic of that. So the government put you in this position to elevate black women businesses when those dollars go back into the black community, usually for women and children and the community itself, but you're a plant to
because I'm
destroy.
black men. I'm a plan
Oh,
to
black
destroy
man.
black
Oh,
men.
okay,
I'm
okay.
uplifting black women and providing resources just for black women. So I'm a plan by the government to, destroy black men, the black man ecosystem. And
Oh,
he stood on business, as the kids say about that.
okay, okay.
That
And
was
and
younger.
he could have done like you because you saw a need and then filled it. And you've said this many times. You can start an organization that uplifts businesses of black men. Where's that?
And it's sad part, and I suggest that to him as well. But the thing that we run into, Karen, is there, and I'm a black man lover. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to destroy black men. I want a black man to be my own. I'm raising a black boy, all that stuff. So I am pro black man. However, we often see a lot of black men who capitalize on black women and they're not doing things for black men, i.e., there's a black man who created an organization to serve black women business owners because he knows that's where the money is. When it comes to consumers of goods are mostly black women. When it comes to business owners, mostly black women. So he said, you know what, I'm gonna go over here with the black women instead of being a black man and helping black men. So then the black men come to me demanding, requesting, committing that I should help them, but the black men who can help them are choosing not to because they want to go where the success is, which is, black women.
This is so exhausting because there is that internal battle, and it is always interesting, as the knuckles drag from their caves to come in, try to take you down because you have a particular strength in this area. And it really speaks to, again, to me, it is all part of the power dynamic that brought us racism, misogyny. It's all the same because it's really about I don't want to work that hard. I want you to do something for me, and then I'm going to be mad if you do something for yourself or somebody else. And so instead of working to be there, I'm going to try to strip you down. So at least we're at the same place.
At the very least. And we were sharing offline that just our community is not a community as what it once was. So, when people are saying, oh, well, my grandma this, my grandpa that, well, one, there's a lot of things you didn't know about your grandma, your grandpa, but also despite all that, they still were a community. Even if grandpa had 4 wives, they were a community because they knew about each other. They were helping each other raise kids. It wasn't like, oh, well, that's his second wife and I'm his first wife. So I don't. So it's just that type of stuff where I really want us to examine how are we being vessels in our own community. So you don't even have to go out and serve or mentor, but like, what are you doing in your immediate community? And I don't mean your immediate community like your neighborhood. I mean the people that you call friends, that you call family, that you see on a daily basis. Everybody that you leave should leave your place with joy. So how are you bringing
Yes.
joy into that? And if you're not, how are you taking joy away and not refilling it? And just having those conversations with yourself.
I would very easily fall into the trap of having that discussion, black men versus black women. But I get to sit on these airwaves every day.
Yeah.
And then I get to meet people, whether we're doing Foolishness Friday Live or Healthy, Wealthy, Wise. And the black men in our community are so dope. They're so dope and supportive. And like, I get to see, and it's truly the silent majority because, as I mentioned, every time somebody talks about black men not taking care of their children, the reality is the statistics say black men spend more time and they take care of their children, whether they're married or not,
Yeah.
more than any other group, any other race in the United States of America. Period. That's the stat. I didn't do the study. The study was done. It was an independent study done. Black men spend more time with their children than other groups. So whether they're married to the women that they have babies with or not, and then you want to uphold the Future or Nick Cannon, but they're the exception, not the rule. The rule are all of the brothers that you don't hear from because they're busy working and taking care of their children and supporting their household. And we don't have enough of that conversation because that doesn't move the needle in terms of the clicks and the algorithm. So we will get the impression, much like Birth of a Nation, that this is who we are, which is why we have to fight it with every fiber of our being as much as we can and not fall prey and victim to what you feel is correct. But the real numbers say something different. So I just wanted to say that.
I agree. And when I was saying that was for both men and women. It wasn't just for Black men.
Oh, I know.
Women need to bring value into their communities as well.
I took that as a universal statement.
Okay.
Nikki,
well, whoever's listening, Nikki don't like Black men. I love Black men.
Yes.
You know,
you shouldn't even have to say it. You know why? You demonstrate it. So we ain't got to ever, defend a double negative. It's like I don't have to tell you the tree and the fruit. Check the fruit. 866-801-8255. Nikki's fruit is ripe, and that analogy. All right.